Welcome to Wanted Down Under, the programme that takes a British family and shows them what life could be like if they moved to the other side of the world. Wayne and Joanne Manuel have always dreamed of a life in the sun in Australia, but any move would mean a role reversal, with Joanne taking on responsibility for the family's finances.
It's been nearly 2 years since I worked in an office. Definitely will take some time adjusting and getting used to the fact that my little girl's not constantly with me.
And could Perth offer a young couple all the excitement they want in life?
There is this laid-backness of Perth, which is very holiday mode. Whether or not that would suit myself or Joanne for good, 365 days in a year, I'm not too sure.
And would loved ones back home prove too much of a tie?
I just think it would be so hard to wave goodbye to all those people. Now it's just a dream, but although it would be a wonderful dream, I think there would be some heartache along the way as well.
If you're under 45 and have a skill that's in demand, you could be fast-tracked to a new life down under. We put 15 British families to the ultimate test by giving them the chance to try out their dream life. They'll have just 1 week to find out all that they can about homes, work and lifestyle before putting their future to the vote. Will they stay in the UK or move to Australia? The Manuel family from Crawley are about to make the biggest decision they'll ever make. Joanne and Wayne want to move down under for better opportunities for their daughter Sienna, but it could signal a dramatic change in their lives.
Now, obviously, I'm at home at the moment, mum to Sienna, and Wayne's the one going out to work, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to pan out when we go out there.
Under the Australian points system, it's Joanne's former career in recruitment that would allow the Manuels to make the move. But Wayne's keen to do his bit. He's in IT but could supplement his salary DJing in local clubs.
The intention is that we will go on those skills, and Joanne will hopefully in a longer period of time find work within that industry. But I'm hoping to get the main, bring in the main salary per month so that we can survive over there basically.
If it's obviously easier for me to get work and it's looking at who's going to make more of the salary, then we might have to do a little bit of a swap there, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
For Wayne, any move must be an improvement for the whole family.
My biggest concerns is letting Joanne and Sienna down. You've got to compare it to the life you have here. So, if you're surviving out there but life's not very good because you're just, making ends meet, then you might as well just go back home. So I've got to exceed my expectations that I have.
But for Joanne, it's about more than money. Family is everything.
Sienna's really my life since I've had her. The move is really for her and for any, future family that we'll have, really. Mum and Dad have done so much for me in my life, and I think seeing how happy they are when they see Sienna is as though you're giving them something back. So I'm sad that I'll be taking that away. I'll miss my family and friends so much, but she's given me strength that I didn't know that I had, and I know that if I've got her and if we've got our family, it'll all be fine.
To help them make their huge decision, we gave them 3 Perth lifestyles to choose from. They'll have just 1 week to make the hardest choice of their lives. Stay in the UK or start a new life down under. I met up with the Manuels in London to quiz them about their big decision. Hello, Manuel family, and welcome. Now, you guys are thinking of emigrating out to Australia. A massive move. Why?
We were thinking about Sienna, really. Any future little brothers or sisters she might have, and just giving her, the best possible life, really.
Now, we gave you 3 options to choose from. I don't want you to tell me yet which one you chose, but the first one was country, so let's have a look at that. The country option takes you to Kwinana, a booming town 25 miles south of Perth, with a job in recruitment that would earn you £21,000 a year.
Hi Joanne, I'm Carmel. Welcome to IPA Kwinana. We have over 55 branches Australia-wide. We actually have a migrant, Kate, who is sitting next to me now.
It's fantastic company, they're very friendly. I'm sure you'll love it here in Kwinana.
If you choose this option, you could afford to live in the rural suburb of Wellard, nestling on the edge of beautiful woodland. House prices here haven't risen as sharply as those in Perth. An average 4-bedroom house would cost you £170,000.
So Joanne, when you come over, give us a call if you're interested in having a chat to us.
So, guys, what did you think of that one?
The house prices are affordable, aren't they?
And what about the job?
There was just something, you know, you just get that immediate feeling about a place. I'm not sure.
And you didn't get it there. OK, well, shall we take a look at the second option, which is the city one?
Yes, please.
The city option offers a fun, cosmopolitan lifestyle for a young family in Subiaco, one of the trendiest areas of Perth. The recruitment job we found here pays a salary of £25,000 plus bonuses.
Hello Joanne, I'm Lindsay Crane. I'm the State Director for AAAI Group Executive Search. The Perth office is a part of the national executive search business. We predominantly focus on the engineering, mining, resources sectors. Work-life balance is important to us as well. We provide all of our staff with laptops so that they can work remotely from home.
But city living comes at a price. The average house in nearby Mount Hawthorn costs around £300,000, almost twice the Australian average.
So Joanne, this is our business and our city. We welcome you, Wayne and Sienna to the sunny city of Perth.
I quite like that job offer. You know, big part of the move for both of us is the whole work-life balance thing. I mean, that sounds great, especially for a working mother. Yeah.
OK, shall we take a trip to the coast?
Yep.
Let's go. River and sea are never far away, wherever you are in the Perth area. This option offers waterside living by the Swan River. We found a job for you here, also paying £25,000 a year plus bonuses.
Joanne, welcome to Credo. At Credo, we're very keen to celebrate our success. When we close a deal, we make a big noise. We work hard and play hard. And we have a good time doing it.
If you pick this option, you could live in Maylands, where the average family house costs around £260,000.
Living here in Perth will be like a breath of fresh air. And working at Credo will be like the icing on the cake. Joanne, I've seen your resume and I can't wait to meet you. So when you come down under, give me a call.
Just so friendly, aren't they?
Yeah.
Great.
So what did you think of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, being near the coast is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
We like that.
So which one did you choose?
We actually chose the third one, the coast.
Coast.
And why?
Basically, we wanted to do something that was very different to what we do here. So the whole sort of waterside thing.
Maylands also has appealed to us, you know.
OK, well, let's have a look and see how you got on. The Manuels opted to try out a coastal lifestyle for their trial week. But could Perth provide them with all they hope for from life in Australia? And how would Joanne and Wayne cope so far away from everything they know and love? After a gruelling 24-hour journey, the Manuels are relieved to touch down in Perth.
We're better than we thought we'd be, aren't we?
Yeah. It was tiring.
But it was
Need some
tough.
sleep.
Wasn't it? Oh, yeah.
The travelling time has given them ample opportunity to think about the week ahead, and despite their jet lag, they're raring to go.
Yeah, we can't wait to suss out what Perth's all about, I think, now.
For their trial week, they're staying in a 4-bedroom house in the northern suburb of Currumbine, about a half an hour's drive from central Perth. The area is close to the beach and popular with families.
Oh, lovely.
Really nice.
First impressions are good.
Oh, look at the kitchen.
Nice and spacious.
Oh.
And there's even a surprise for Sienna.
Look at that, boo-boos. Look. Little playhouse. Oh, it's really nice. Really
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, do you like it?
There's plenty of room for them to settle in.
It's the right size for the 3 of us, right?
And the master bedroom has added appeal.
Oh, another room.
Oh, lovely. It's got an ensuite as well, is it?
Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, I think we're going to have a good week, Bubs.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Covered space.
Yeah.
Well, the weather's just like home. It's raining.
And already doubts are creeping in.
Whenever I've thought of Australia, I've thought of Sydney, Melbourne, you know, really happening cities. And Perth has been always a place maybe I've not been too keen to visit because I've always thought maybe it's slightly slower.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to it because I want to see if I'm proven wrong, if we're proven wrong, if it's, you know, and it's quite exciting to think, you know, we're going to, as the week unfolds, we'll get to see lots of different things.
Back in the UK, the Manuels own a 3-bedroom house in Crawley. The living area is open plan, but they'd like more space and more bang for their buck. Their house would fetch £250,000, leaving them with a deposit of £85,000 to put down on a house in Perth. If the Manuels decide to move to Perth, their dream home would be a 2-storey detached house in a quiet suburb with 4 bedrooms, and if the budget will stretch, a pool. They have $520,000, around £230,000 to spend. Perth property prices have doubled in the past few years, so how realistic are their expectations? We've found 3 properties for them to view to get an idea of what they might be able to afford if they moved here. Property 1 in the suburb of Quinns Rocks is a 3-bedroom house with a spacious living area and study, and it's only 2 minutes from the beach. On the market at $620,000, roughly £270,000, it's more than they'd hoped to spend. Will they be persuaded it'd be worth the stretch?
Oh, look at this.
Wow, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually.
It's a thumbs up so far, and the size seems about perfect.
Oh, that's quite a big study.
Study, yeah. It's got no door though.
I like that though, it's all like
Yeah,
open
but if
space.
it's a study, surely you'd want some privacy.
No, I like all the open space. See, look, just how everything kind of...
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
If you part of it all, if you're cooking, you know what's going on.
Oh no, it's a lovely setup.
But open plan living has its drawbacks.
We've got Sienna. When she goes to bed, we need to be a bit quiet. And there's no doors or anything.
No, but so there's doors in the bedroom.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And the decors hit a bum note.
Well, I can do better than that.
Interesting.
Anyway, come on.
With its colourful playroom, there's plenty of kids' space.
Oh, look at this. Sienna, come and have a look at this room. Look at the dollies in here. Look what's in here. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't this a big room compared to your little room? All your toys.
And with 2 other bedrooms, some for the grown-ups too.
Oh, finally.
Oh, lovely.
A basin each, a mirror each.
But outdoor living is what they're here for.
Wow.
And Wayne's already making plans.
And you got a jacuzzi, look. You could get naked in the jacuzzi.
Maybe a couple of beers, get the Barbie on, chill out in there.
I know, it's great, isn't it? It's really nice, isn't it?
Australian value for money is really impressing Wayne.
I think if you take this home and plonk it into the UK, it will cost so much money. You know, you'd have to be a millionaire to afford something like this home back in the UK.
But everything in the garden is not rosy.
Just wondering about the close, like the next house is quite close as well. Do you know what I mean? You're very close to your neighbour, you know.
But back home, you know, they can see what washing we've put out. You know, you can hear, you can be, you know,
You can hear their
just you can just be relaxing in bed, and you can hear, you know, what they had for dinner. You're so close at home.
Yeah,
at least
you are.
here, you know, you've got that privacy.
That's property 1 finished, so what's the verdict?
Lovely.
Oh, I loved
Where do we
it.
start? It is a lovely home. It's nicely kept. You know, it's very spacious living. You know, I could see ourselves, you know, living there. You know, it's not a problem at all.
No, yeah, really lovely.
Apart from the lack of doors, so far so good. Let's see how they feel about house number 2.
Wow!
Oh,
Look at this.
wow. Look at this Sienna.
Located in the desirable riverside suburb of Maylands, Property 2 is a huge 4-bedroom house finished to a very high standard. At $1.1 million, around £475,000, it would stretch their budget to breaking point.
Oh my God, look at that. It's lovely. Joanne.
Oh, look at the space.
But with so much living space to offer, could they be tempted?
That's a nice kitchen.
Yeah, no, I really like it. It's huge. Well, compared to ours, it's just what we're used to in the UK is so different. It's so much smaller and confined, it seems, isn't it? Whereas as soon as you walk into a house with a bit of space, you think, wow, you know, it doesn't matter what else is in there, it's just a bit of space. So I suppose that wins you over straight away.
The master bedroom goes down very well.
Oh, this is nice.
You're joking.
Quite classy. The little... What's... I think it must be the... Oh, walk-in wardrobe. This is just mine, I think.
And upstairs, Sienna's already chosen her room.
These windows are like... bring so much light in, don't they?
Wow, would you like this to be your bedroom?
With 2 stories, this house is more in line with the Manuel's dream home, but even that presents a problem.
It's nice, very nice. But you see, other people looking over you. It's quite close, you know. The fact that I suppose it is a double story, I suppose you get people looking down from their second floor on the other side. So I suppose that's going to be the norm if you go for a double story.
I think an ideal, you know, dream Australian home has to have barbecue, the area to eat, and the swimming pool. And this has got all 3.
For Joanne, the house seems to offer the typical Aussie lifestyle.
Just imagine just, you know, having a barbecue, Sienna having a little swim, coming out, all sitting down, eating. It just sounds so perfect.
But Wayne takes a reality check.
If we can't afford this home now, it's something we've got to aspire to if we do come over and work.
I mean, for me personally, I know that you can have massive houses out here, and that's not necessarily what we want. You know, I don't see why we need 5, 6 bedrooms, loads of space. At the moment, there's only 3 of us. You know, maybe one day there'll be 4. You know, a bigger house just means more cleaning, really.
So clearly, space isn't all there is to it. Price is a key issue.
Can we walk?
Here we go. Daddy opens the door. Let's have a look.
Ready? Wow.
Oh, wow.
House number 3 in the suburb of Atwell may be a more realistic option. With 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and all mod cons, it could be just the job. It's on the market at $525,000 or £230,000. This house may be the cheapest they've seen, but they seem to love it.
Quite a nice study, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite big, actually, for a study. And it's got a door on it, see, Wayne?
That's what I wanted, a door.
Come on,
Yeah,
Sienna,
lovely.
let's see the rest of the house. Oh, this is a nice little relaxing area. Oh, look at that. Wow.
There you go.
Look at that. So this is the sort of the front room again, isn't it? The sort of first front room.
You didn't see that, did you?
Lots of little bits of character, hasn't it?
Yeah,
The
definitely.
little Buddha and
Yeah,
the
definitely.
vases.
Cool, that's a big screen, isn't it?
Just have a little seat. No, it's lovely. Do you like it here, Sienna? Lots of space, isn't it, for your little car? Oh, look at this, Sienna. You love this.
Oh my goodness, look at this room.
Do you like this room? Yeah, I thought so. It's a good sized bedroom for a little nursery.
Yeah, definitely.
There's space for everyone.
That looks like a bedroom, look.
This is the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
This is bigger than the other one, isn't it? I actually prefer it, a walk-in like this,
Yeah.
than the cupboard.
You get the clothes with it as well, I think.
There's the bed. It's a big bed, isn't it? Very big bed.
Will the garden measure up?
Oh, it's a little pool.
Oh, that's small, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a jacuzzi.
Yeah, it's nice. Sure it's not a pond?
What's the overall impression?
Coming over to this wouldn't bother me at all. It would be, you know, I'd be happy to come over to a place like this.
Yeah, it's ideal, really.
Yeah.
Absolutely ideal. We've got a little bit of everything that we wanted.
And maybe in a few years to come we could afford a bigger place or a place nearer the city, near the water, or anything like that, you know?
I wasn't quite sure exactly what we could afford out here, and especially, you know, thinking Perth would be cheaper than it actually is. You know, I was quite sort of nervous really to see. I was imagining maybe this little box here as well, because it has got so expensive. But it obviously proves that we can afford something really nice out here.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's good news, isn't it?
Yeah. Where do we sign?
Houses 1 and 2 impressed the Manuels, but the prices were a concern. Property 3 really won them over, and it was just within their budget of £230,000. So which do they prefer? Their house in the UK, or the kind of place they could buy in Australia? It's time to vote.
I think with Perth being so expensive at the minute, we weren't quite sure what we'd be able to afford here. And having a look at properties today, I think we were pleasantly surprised that we can actually get something really nice with some space and maybe even a pool. So, you know, based on our visits today, you know, lots of space, you know, parks for the little ones to play with.
No.
Holly, look at this! No, don't give it to her. Wait, no.
I think we vote for
Australia.
Phew, they got there in the end, and it seems the Manuels could get the right house for the right price, but to afford it, they'd both have to work. With her recruitment experience, it would be Joanne's name on the visa. After 2 years at home, she'd have to restart her career, leaving Siena for the first time. At the office, she meets boss Andrew Sanders.
Joanne.
Hello, Andrew. Nice to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
The job market in Perth is buoyant at the moment, so it looks as though her timing is perfect.
We've only been open since the last week of May in Perth. And we thought it'd be an opportune time to kick off here in Perth, because the mining and resources boom in particular, that's had a domino effect on just about every industry you can think of. Like staff, unemployment in WA is less than 3%.
Really? That's brilliant, isn't it?
Well, it is, but it means that there's a really tight labour market.
Okay,
so there's a real demand for people like us in terms of the services. People are very keen to engage recruitment agencies to help find staff because they can't find them themselves. That's great, because that's what we do. But finding the candidates is the key thing.
Okay, great.
Why don't we go to my office and we'll have a chat about some specifics and where you might fit in.
Okay.
Excellent.
Good stuff.
With the boom in Western Australia, recruitment is a billion-dollar industry, and Joanne's keen to talk money.
So does it work similar to the UK? Do you have a basic salary and then can you make commission on top of that?
It does work in a similar vein, although I like to say that in terms of the base salary, I think the industry is very well paying. Yeah, you could definitely earn over in 3 figures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great news. If she meets her targets, Joanne could earn more than £40,000, and she and Wayne could afford their dream home. On the lookout for earning opportunities, Wayne's keen to check out what Perth has to offer him.
I'm into music quite heavily back in the UK, so it'd be interesting to see what the music scene has to offer here in Perth.
DJ Aaron Kovalik has a regular slot at the Manor Club.
Hey. Hi.
How you doing, man?
Hi, I'm Wayne.
Aaron, how you doing, man?
Yeah, not bad.
I do Saturday nights here. This is, I don't know what you're into, it's sort of hip-hop,
Yep, definitely.
funk, R&B. Some of the kids get crazy with that Baltimore music.
Yeah.
You got to watch out though, Australia's pretty much a rock and roll country. When you think
Right.
Australia, you probably think AC/DC.
Right.
So hip-hop, you're sort of on the leading edge. We get it pretty packed here. We get like, 200-300 people every weekend. I mean, what if I said I'm going to put you in front, just give you a trial, not paid yet, but give you a trial in front of like 200 drunk Australian kids. Could you try and hold it down?
As long as they're drunk, yeah.
As long as they're drunk. If you're serious, have a look at the equipment. You want to check it out?
Yeah.
Next one.
Nice.
Yeah,
You see,
kid knows what he's doing.
This track is more like, it's hip hop, but it's like got that smooth beat, so the girls like it too. It's true. Would you, make a living out of playing this type of music in Perth?
I do sort of 3 or 4 nights a week, so
Yeah.
you won't make $1 million if that's what you're asking, but maybe if you wanted to do it as something on the side as well as something else, you could definitely do it.
Cool. Well, thanks for showing us around, and you got a nice place here.
You're welcome down.
Lovely.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks a lot.
So, what did Wayne think of that?
Pleasantly surprised. So yeah, it's starting to build up a picture now that maybe what I do, what I like, exists in Perth. So yeah, which is surprising. I didn't think it would.
1, 2, 3.
Back at work, Andrew's really keen to show Joanne how relaxed the work environment is, and she's obviously come on the right day.
Happy birthday to you.
Joanne's continuing doubts about Perth mean she interrogates Andrew.
What do you love about Perth? Why do you think it's good for maybe young families?
In terms of the lifestyle, look, I lived in Melbourne for 3 years, had a great time. Yes, it's got a nice happening city, don't get me wrong, but you can't go to the beach, for example. That's a great thing about Perth, and it's a big part of the lifestyle.
Obviously with Sienna, Wayne and I don't go out as much as we used to. However, one thing we do like is going out to eat.
Oh, yeah. But there's some great restaurants, some great places to go.
So, what about the job?
I worked at Tempted back home, which was very fast, very buzzy, and I liked that. I liked it being quite noisy and quite quick and all the rest of it. And although it's very nice here, again, I don't know whether it's too laid back. I don't know whether I sort of live off that adrenaline and like to be somewhere which is, very loud and buzzy and fast-paced. So that's the only thing I would say.
That missing buzz again and going back to work would be a massive wrench for Joanne.
I was quite nervous this morning because obviously it's been nearly 2 years since I worked in an office. I've definitely looking down at my watch thinking, oh, what's Wayne doing, what's Sienna doing? So I definitely am missing her a little bit because I'm with her every day. So yeah, I hope she's okay, and I'm sure if and when I do come back to work everything will be okay, but definitely will take some time adjusting and getting used to the fact that my little girl's not constantly with me.
Despite Joanne's concerns, Sienna seems to have had a fine time on her own with Dad.
Hello.
Hi there, right?
But now it's time for the all-important vote on work.
I'd say Perth definitely has a more laid-back approach to offer with the whole life work balance, which is definitely very appealing. And I also think with the recent mining boom here, you can also make quite a lot of money here in Perth. So my choice for jobs would definitely be Australia.
If Joanne and Wayne decide to move down under, they'd arrive in Perth in the middle of a huge boom. The economy in Western Australia is growing at a faster rate than that of China. And more than ever, it's relying on skilled migrants. Here's our guide to why Perth needs people like the Manuels.
West Australian population currently stands at around 2 million people, about 11% directly from the UK. We're currently growing at about 130 people a day just into the city of Perth alone. So you can see that the growth rates are quite phenomenal.
Hold on, with 130 people moving to Perth a day, will we be made welcome? We asked some local Aussies.
I don't really think it's a problem. I've got quite a few mates that are British, and they've come over here and they've fitted in really well.
Yeah, we've got no problem with the Poms coming over. It goes back to what we call the Anzac spirit, where as long as you're in the trenches with us, we'll support you, 200%.
If the work's there, there's no problem.
Struth, they're a welcoming lot.
The reason that people are really comfortable about Western Australia is the genuine friendliness that people are greeted with when they arrive, and everybody says g'day.
Friendly people, surplus jobs, this sounds great. Can the Aussies give us any tips if we decide to move down under?
Come on over, leave 3 lines on your shirt back home, put on an Aussie flag, bring a big sense of humour.
As long as they can take it on the chin sort of thing.
Wear a hat, bring plenty of sunscreen.
Well, I've packed my sun cream and I'm heading to Perth. Time for a sum up, Steve.
for us as a state to grow and prosper. Western Australia is really dependent on migration, so there's not a vocation that we wouldn't be interested in talking to people about.
Bring it on. Come on over.
For the Manuels, any move would mean Joanne going back to work after 2 years at home as a mum. Wayne's worried about being able to provide as well as he can in the UK, and they'd both be leaving close family behind. To cap it all, Joanne has serious doubts about whether Perth could offer them the high-octane metropolitan living she loves.
I like the hustle, I have to admit, although I do want to move out of London. I like, when I worked in London, I love the hustle and bustle of it. I like it being really busy. That's just me personally.
Hold on, so you like the trains being stuffed, you like the trains being late, expensive.
There's just something about walking
12-hour days.
There's something about walking down, I don't know, just Oxford Street, say at Christmas, all those people, and I know it's a mad rush, but I love it, there's something about it. And although you know, for me personally, I would like something a bit more laid back. I still want an element of it somewhere, and I'm still not sure whether the Perth is too laid back and will never offer that, even the slightest.
That's in the days that you did work there, but now we've got a family, our view has changed a lot to, like, we don't need that hustle and bustle. You know, it's not what we want for Sienna, is it? Or is it?
Maybe a little bit.
Healthy eating is important, and they're keen that Sienna's diet is as good as it can be.
Particularly with Sienna, we like her to have her 5 a day. It's nice to know that we can maybe get lots of fresh fruit here, which is from Australia really, so it's going to be very fresh. It hasn't travelled, you know, 3 or 4 days on a plane and finally got to your, you know, your kitchen fridge. So that's the good thing.
Biodynamic, eh?
What's biodynamic?
Don't you know?
You don't know, do you?
It all looks delicious, but they're in for a shock.
I think the organic things are actually very expensive here, and I think maybe it's because back home now you can get loads of organic stuff, so you know there's different places competing, whereas here they've only just started it, so the prices are really high.
Disappointing, but not enough to put them off buying a picnic lunch.
What's your backpack?
At Heathcote Park, there are plenty of friendly people around.
Hi.
Hi there.
What's her name?
Sienna.
Sienna.
Hello, gorgeous.
And Joanne is determined to canvass opinions about Perth wherever she goes.
So what about a young family? What are the advantages of being in Perth with a young family?
Well, we've got a fairly supportive network here, family support, but you know, I find that there's so many people and they're really quite friendly.
Is there enough to do here? Is there?
It's certainly getting better, and you know, the population has increased. It's almost doubled in probably the last 10 years. So you know, you've got lots more people, lots more cultures that live here, and you know, more exciting things to do.
Well, she seems very taken, but Joanne is proving hard to convince.
It has got a good vibe. I can see why people wake up and are happy here, but there still seems to just be something missing, and at this stage I can't tell you what it is because I don't know myself. I still don't know whether it's just that extra bit of something, just that buzz.
There is this like laid-backness of Perth, which is very holiday mode, which, you know, you go to somewhere, you relax, you kick back. Whether or not that would suit myself or Joanne for good 365 days in a year, I'm not too sure.
And I'm looking round every corner, everywhere we drive, and I can't see it. So that's the only thing.
And always at the back of their minds is the painful prospect of leaving loved ones back home.
I think the whole family thing will hit me later. I don't know how they will cope if we do go. I think it would be really, really hard for them, especially with Sienna being their only grandchild. I just think it would be so hard to wave goodbye to all those people. Now it's just a dream, but, you know, although it would be a wonderful dream, I think there will be some heartache along the way as well.
We've got that return ticket, you know, so knowing that is very powerful. but I think once you get the one-way ticket, that's it. Press the button.
So, worries about leaving family and friends behind are weighing heavily. On top of that, they've discovered their money won't go as far as they'd thought. With all that in mind, how will they vote?
We've had a really good day today experiencing Perth's lifestyle. We've got this constant backdrop, beautiful backdrop. You know, the water, the sun, the sand, great parks. So I think without a doubt, our vote for lifestyle would have to be
Australia!
Good girl!
Their week in Perth has made Joanne and Wayne face up to the reality of a move to the other side of the world. It's a tough choice, but before they make that decision, we're going to show them some messages from their loved ones back home.
Hope you're having a fantastic time in Oz. Just a message from all of us here. We miss you loads and can't wait to see you.
Joanne, she's our little princess in our house before Sienna came. She's a lovely, lovely daughter. A very close family.
I'm the eldest, she's the youngest, and we've had a close relationship since we were young. She's like my best friend, well, she is my best friend, and I love her to death.
Wayne's a very quiet person. He keeps to himself.
He's always there for you.
He's there for me, and I can't think of my little boy going away now, you know.
We're quite a small family, we're quite close, so it's quite sad that Sienna will be going, but it's a fantastic opportunity, isn't it?
Yes.
But we'll miss her, but we'll still see her because she's not miles away.
We miss her very much, though.
I've got to take my hat off to them for actually, getting up, because they've got a good life here. It's not that they're running away from, they're looking for a better future for Sienna, and I can't knock them for that.
I keep thinking it's just like, it's a dream or it might not happen, but if it does actually happen, then it will hit us, but I'll be positive all the way through, with emotion as well.
My heart did sink a bit, I was thinking ahead, thinking, oh God, I won't see my son again. But I managed to put it behind me until the day. I love him very much. I am going to miss him very much.
We'll miss you so much and wish you all the very best if you do decide to go. Don't go.
Our love won't stop just like that. I'll be here for all three of you. Sienna, Joanne and you, Wayne. So if you ever need me, I'm there.
Good luck, my son and Joanne. Love you to bed spine.
Darling Princess Sienna, we're missing you, darling. Our house is empty without you and your little voice. Noni, noni, noni. We send you our love. God bless you, darling. And come home safely. Bye.
I'll get those tears.
Lenny's gone. That was really sad. That was much sadder than I thought.
Yeah, very sad.
Okay. Imagine watching that a year after not seeing them.
Yeah, I know. And I think what I am happy about is that they all wish us well and want us to, they see it as an opportunity for us.
I feel a bit sad really after watching that. I didn't think I would.
Why do you feel sad?
Just because I suppose you're hearing people saying bye to you, people close to you that you love.
Yeah.
And you know that that's, could be a reality soon.
Yeah.
These aren't strangers, or these are people we see every day, people close to us. So.
I suppose, sorry to butt in, I suppose you take that for granted, don't you? We've talked about this before, that they're only around the corner, and we take that for granted, don't we, sometimes? And knowing now that they're not just for 10 minutes away, I suppose this thing gone, sorry.
Yeah, that's it really.
That really hit home.
Here you go, this one's all good to go.
Lovely, cheers. I'll put this in the car.
It's made it very real. I think the actual realism of living here, missing family back home, will be spread over 6 months to a year. It's not something we're going to feel in a week. But it kind of puts it all into perspective really about what this whole experience is about, and you know, although there's lots of good, we are going to, you know, go through some tough times as well, so...
When you come out here and live day to day, that's going to be the tough stuff, you know, when your family aren't here for a month and more, you know, that's when. And I suppose when you get low and something's not going too well, and you maybe need a shoulder to well, not for me, for Joanne to cry on, or someone to talk to, you know, a familiar face, a comforting face, and they're not going to be there. And that's the times where you think, should I have done the right thing or not? It's
been difficult trying to work out, you know, whether Perth will be the place for us or not.
The people are really nice. You know, the neighbours, you open your door, you get your post and put the bin out, you know, they're hi and whatever. Those little things, I think, are important.
I still think there's something missing, though. It's just that something more. So, yeah, still got a little bit more thinking to do, I think.
Joanne and Wayne are both having to face up to the fact that moving to the other side of the world is not as simple as just packing a suitcase. It's been a huge week for the Manuels, and the reality of a potential move to Australia is beginning to bite. They both love it here, but Joanne can't seem to shift her doubts. It's time for the final vote. Will they stay in the UK or move to Australia?
We've had a really fantastic week out here in Perth. Everything we've got to say about it can only be positive. Great lifestyle, beach, weather, houses, jobs. You know, potential to earn here is great as well. I've personally had a few reservations about Perth and not quite sure whether there's something missing here or not. However, I think if you are going to emigrate, you need to be slightly open-minded. So I think our choice will have to be... Australia!
Give me an A.
So, a yes for Australia then?
Yep.
Yeah.
When you see yourselves in Australia, what's the picture like? Where are you living?
I would love to just, you know, draw the curtains back or the blinds and see the water. That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Same for you, Wayne?
Definitely, yeah. Who wouldn't want that?
Was it a useful week?
Perth is beautiful, but maybe not for us. But that's what this week's given us. If we hadn't been there, we wouldn't have known.
We felt Perth was very sort of a complete change.
A bit sedate?
Yeah, very laid back and a bit too much.
I think we're definitely more either Sydney or Melbourne people.
I'm with Joanne on that. I think, you know, the East Coast would suit us, our lifestyle and what we want for Sienna.
So, now you're back, we're going to ask you one final time to vote for whether you're going to stay in the UK or move to Australia.
Australia!
Yay! So the Manuel family have voted to move to Australia and we wish them well. Join us tomorrow when we'll be finding out how another British family got on when they were wanted down under.
And Christchurch, New Zealand gets a test drive tomorrow. Later this morning, a plush property in Preston in to buy or not to buy after Homes Under the Hammer. Next.